They're listening to me and understanding in English, and now they must tell me in Afrikaans, so he can deliver a lecture. You see, the guy wants to deliver a lecture in Afrikaans because you people understand Afrikaans, so he's lecturing to you on the guy's excuse that he is asking a question, or ultimately he's going to ask a question. So I said, give me one truth, please. Only one. I asked the Jehovah's Witness, one new thing. You Seventh-day Adventists, one new thing. You DRC, one new thing. You Baptist, what are you? What church you belong to? Give me one new thing that the Holy Ghost gave you in 2,000 years. You haven't got it. Not one. South Africa, we have problems after problems. The biggest problem, we have the problem of race. Racism. What did the Holy Ghost tell you in 2,000 years how to solve it? We have the problem of alcohol. Last year we spent 2,000 million rand on alcohol. 20-year-old statistics I'm giving you, there were 200,000 white drunkards in South Africa. 200,000 white drunkards. I don't know what it is today. Problem of alcohol. Problem of gambling. 2,000 million squandered last year on gambling. Yet our nation has got no money for spastics. For the cripples, we got no money. But squandering 2,000 million on alcohol, 2,000 million on gambling. What did the Holy Ghost tell you? I want to know. Give us. Problem of surplus women. Tell us. Problem of divorce. Tell us. What have you got? Nothing. 2,000 years you haven't got one new thing. And in 40 years I'm asking, give me one new thing that the Holy Ghost gave you in 2,000 years. Wallah, I tell you, absolute failure. Not one yet. No, out of the 1,000 churches among the whites, 3,000 among the blacks, they can't produce one new thing. I said, now look, come to Muhammad. He solves your problems. Not he, it's Allah, the omnipotent, the omniscient. And I give you an example. And I'm going to end. I'll have to end this talk. Because, you know, your enthusiasm inspires me to carry on. And there seems to be no end. I don't know, the tape might get finished. See, there was a problem in Swaziland. The late King Sobuza, when he was alive, his oldest wife died. His wife died. The queen, she died. And there was a controversy in Swaziland that how long is a man to wait before getting remarried? See, his wife died. So this was the problem in Swaziland. How long must a man wait before getting remarried? And very soon that problem changed because he had another 8 wives. So it was not a problem. So one old lady died, he's got another 8 young ones. So there was no problem really. So it changed to how long is a woman to wait if her husband died. See, so that is the problem now. The first problem was how long is a man to wait. But there's no problem because they got 8 lined up, still there. Now, suppose the man died, how long is the woman to wait? So, controversy in Swaziland. The Assemblies of God, and the Jehovah's Witnesses, and the Seventh-day Adventists, and the Roman Catholics, and the Lutherans, you name them, they all have them there too. What we have in South Africa, they have same proportion, they have them there. So everybody is arguing, debating. So the king says, no, I want you to call up a synod, religious gathering. Get all these guys together, and I want you people to thrash it out. Discuss it in public and come to a conclusion. How long is a woman to wait before she can remarry after the death of her husband? And I was also called from Durban. There was a Muslim, Musa Borman, he was a Swazi who had embraced Islam. So he said, look man, we get our man also to be represented in the synod. So the king said, okay. So they called me over, so I went down. And in the king's crawl, we sat in the grass from 7 o'clock in the morning. No breakfast, no lunch. And the synod started. Synod. So one church member comes along and he makes a point. You know, how long is a woman to wait? He says maybe 3 months. So everybody says, hooray. He makes a point. He makes his case. Everybody says, hooray. Yeah. So another guy comes along, he's a palish. Palish means porridge, means rubbish. What he said is rubbish. Now he makes his point. 6 months. So everybody says, hooray. Another guy comes along, he says palish, means all rubbish what he said, this fellow, previous fellow. And now he makes a point, he says 5 months. So everybody says, hooray. Shh. Every African is a potential Billy Graham. You know, Billy Graham, you talk about here, every African is a Billy Graham. Orator, orations. masters of oration, the African, naturally gifted. And up to 5 o'clock, I'm sitting there in the grass, waiting for my turn. And it came. So I stood up. I says, you know, from morning till now, we haven't come to a conclusion. How long is a woman to wait before she can remarry? I says, because you know why we can't come to a conclusion? Because you're quoting the Old Testament and you're quoting the New Testament. You're quoting the New Testament and you're quoting the Old Testament. And the answers are not there. I said, you see, this book has it. This is the last testament. You have the Old Testament and you have the New Testament. We have the last testament. This is the last and final revelation of God, the last testament of Allah Bari Ta'ala to mankind. This book has the answer. And you don't have to think. You don't have to argue and debate. It gives you like laddu in the mouth, marshmallow, Turkish delight, halwa, put in your mouth, just chew it. You don't have to think at all. Racking brains and arguing and debating, nothing. Open up. I said, you open at home. Now, in your Quran, when you have this, if you have this, you must get it. If you have one, Yusuf Ali's, all the Qurans are the same. What the difference might be is, this is a new binding, new paper, you know, better paper, more compact. But otherwise, if you have a Yusuf Ali translation, page for page is the same. So you open the index, and you look for iddat. After divorce, it will tell you. Chapter so-and-so, verse so-and-so. Iddat, after demise, chapter so-and-so, chapter 2, verse 234. Iddat after demise. You open it, and this is what you find. This is what you read there. I'm reading it to my audience there, the Swazis. I'm reading from the Quran. I was reading from the Quran. It says, if any of you die and leave widows behind, they shall wait concerning themselves 4 months and 10 days. We have to do any guessing. They must wait concerning themselves 4 months and 10 days. When they have fulfilled their term of waiting, the iddah, when they have fulfilled their term of waiting, there is no blame on you if they dispose themselves in a just and reasonable manner. And God is well acquainted with what ye do. There is no blame on you if you make an offer of betrothal or hold it in your hearts. There is no blame on you if you make an offer that you're going to marry her after the iddat is over, or you keep it in your heart. There's no blame on you for that. Allah knows that you cherish them in your hearts. But do not make a secret contract with them except in terms honorable, nor resolved on the tie of marriage till the term prescribed is fulfilled. You see, 4 months and 10 days, anybody could have guessed. In 1,000 guesses, somebody can come right. Is it not so? Because you guess as a 3 months, somebody says 3 months, 10 days, somebody says 4 months, somebody says 4 months and 10 days. Somebody can guess and get that figure. There's nothing miraculous about that. But the miraculous nature of that message is this, that this is not the work of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is not his handiwork. Any clever man could have told you 4 months and 10 days. You know, a guess. Your guess is as good as mine. Somebody could have guessed 4 months and 10 days. So he guessed it, if he did. But no, that is not the miraculous part of this revelation. The revelation says that when the man has passed away and you feel that you can give this woman protection in marriage, you can offer to her that, look, sister-in-law, bhabhi, look, when your term is over, I'm prepared to take you in marriage. I'll look after you and the children. She'll be elated. She will be. Because I've lost my looks, half a dozen children, all this liability, who's going to take me now? In the marriage market, it's not the same as what she was before marriage. So here comes along this old man of 66, says, look, don't worry, I'll look after you. Oh, she's elated. This old man is going to give me protection. So I said, you happy? She is very happy. I said, Imam Sahib, Imam Baker, look, she's agreeable. Make our nikah. So he says, An-nikahu min sunnati, faman raghiba an sunnati, falaysa minni, aw kama qal. Finished. Tied her up. Now, she's still passing through that emotional upset, And she thinks, hey, this old man, he's beating his wife, starving the children, what is he going to do to me? It's too late, too late. Now to break up that marriage is hell for her. She's tied up. Emotionally, she was in no position to make up her mind. So Allah knows, His creation. He knows. So you're going to take unfair advantage over that moment. Says, look, you can suggest to her marriage. Or keep it in your heart. But don't tie her up. No marriage contract until 4 months and 10 days are over. By that time, the woman has chance to think and to see. Says, no. I can do without, marriage for some time. And inshallah, some better man might come along and look after me and my children. She doesn't stampede getting caught. Now, who knows that? The omnipotent, omniscient being. He knows our hearts and minds. He knows that you're going to take unfair advantage. So I said, that is not the work of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.